My name's Scott Cunningham. I'm Vice President of Technology for the IAB. I'm here at the Ad Tech Marketplace. Our town hall sessions have just concluded, and I'm here with our speakers to provide us the insights into the discussions that happened in their sessions. We'll hear from Programmatic on Programmatic 2.0, Making the Leap.
Hi, I'm Veronica Ripson.
And I'm Rich Sobel. And we just went through a session, Programmatic 2.0, Making the Leap, focusing on how to make the transition from why programmatic to how programmatic as it kind of scales and grows into the future.
I think one of the most interesting things that we talked about was about education. One of the big things that both sales and agency side focused on was how there's a gap in what people know about, and that's kind of slowing us down. So education on both the sales side on what is programmatic and how can we change the perception on the agency side, and on the agency side talking about how do we even plan this, what do we do, and how those can work together.
And then at what point, how does that scale? Because right now we're seeing both publishers and buyers separating those. So what does it mean to the future if they're continuing to be separate, or how they get integrated into the larger business? So having the conversations about how to think through that from an education standpoint, what type of strategies involved, was one of the big discussion points in the session.
I think the other key takeaway for sure was about transparency.
Oh yeah.
And not just from the publisher side. One of the things we talked about was, agencies constantly clamor for transparency across what sites they're running, across what data they're running. But agencies also need to provide transparency in terms of what their goals are and what they're looking for. One of the things we heard publishers talk a lot about is we don't even know what we're held to. We just see a buy and it goes through, and then we don't know where it goes from there. And we need to work together to talk about, what do we need from this buy, not just one side or the other.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest challenges I think in the industry is that, while we've done so much in this premium programmatic direct sales over RTB, a lot of those deals don't scale. Publishers are unhappy, buyers are unhappy because they're not scaling, because there's no clear discussion about there's an understanding of what I'm buying and what I'm selling, but there's no discussion about what I'm trying to achieve as a seller and what the buyer's trying to achieve as a buyer.
And I think that points to the overarching theme of we all need to work together better. We all need to work together better to scale, to educate, and to talk about our goals and what we want out of a buy.
Yeah, and to figure out what best practices there are that actually can scale across the industry. We're starting to see a lot more happen, but at the end of the day, there's a lot more to be done in terms of people sharing knowledge, which is why it's important that we have these types of events.